Yo, what's good, peeps? TMK back for another video. Hip Hop City Collection Part 2. Let's get it started, man. So, last time I left off with Black Moon's Diggin in the Vaults compilation. This is their second studio album, Warzone. Not quite up to par with Enter the Stage, but I gotta say, man, this still has a lot of bangers on it. You know, I love the Onslaught with Busta Rhymes. Annihilation and Duress are dope. Throw Your Hands in the Air is also fantastic. Yeah, great shit, man. Love Black Moon. And I also got Black Sheep, A Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. Native Tongues material, y'all know. I love Black Sheep, Mr. Long and Draz. And I think Draz is a very, very slept on and underrated MC. Of course, has a classic, The Choice Is Yours on it. Love this fucking song. The whole album is amazing, actually. Then we got Non-Fiction by Black Sheep. Also, great stuff, man. I love this album right here. But it's a little bit more different than than A Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. The first album was more funky, up-tempo. This one is more, a little bit slower paced, more on that DITC type of vibe. But it's still a great album nonetheless. Then we got some West Coast stuff right here. Blackalicious, Melodica EP. It's just an EP type deal, but really amazing stuff. I'm a big fan of Blackalicious, and of course I got Blazing Arrow as well. Their second full-length studio album after NIA. Also fantastic. We got some East Coast stuff right here. From 1996, Blahzay with Blah Blah Blah. Yeah, this is a duo consisting of PF Cuttin and Out Loud. Has a great song, Danger, on it. Very, very slept on album from the mid-90s. And here we got another album from 1996. This is Dettwork Southeast by Black Twang. Dope UK hip hop right here. Big fan of this album. Then we got some more West Coast stuff. This is the first Bone Thugs and Harmony project, or the first official one. Because I think prior to this they dropped an album called 10 Faces of Death, I believe. That was the title, I don't know. But this is the one that's considered pretty much their debut record, Creepin on the Come Up. Their first album on Ruthless Records. And this is a very short EP, but fantastic, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but bangers on here. Thuggish Ruckish Bone. My favorite track on here is For the Love and the Money. And then we got E1999, Eternal by Bone Thugs. Also great album, man. Their best full-length studio album, without a doubt. I fucking love that album, man. Has the great song Crossroads on it. And of course the song First of the Month, which I really love. And here we got The Art of War by Bone Thugs. And this album, I'm a little bit divisive on it, you know what I'm saying? It has some bangers on it. The first disc I actually really love. Second disc, in my opinion, was a little bit unnecessary, man. They dragged this album way too long, man. You know what I'm saying? The first disc, it would have been fine, but yeah, this is an overly long album, man. Stupid long. And this is one of those albums I cannot listen to in one go, man, but you know. But I still really like the album. Then we've got Criminal Minded by Boogie Down Productions. Yeah, that's some late 80s classic material right here. This was when KRS-One was on that gangster shit. And yeah, this one has some good joints on it, like South Bronx and The Bridge Is Over. Classic album. But starting with this album, this is where KRS-One kind of ditched the whole gangster rap thing, you know what I'm saying, because DJ Scott LaRock was killed, and he didn't want to continue on doing gangster rap after his friend was killed, man, and I understand it, you know. And to be honest, this is even better than Criminal Minded. I think this album is a big step up from the first album, you know, just very conscious, great material, man. Then we got Boogie Down Productions with Ghetto Music, the Blueprint of Hip Hop. Haven't listened much to this one. I just know one song that I know very well is the Jack of Spades song because of the I'm Gonna Get You Sucker soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? That's what kind of stuck with me all these years, man. But the whole album, I haven't really listened to it much. Neither did I listen to Edutainment much, which Edutainment stands for Education and Entertainment. Yeah, this one also has some good shit on here, like the Kenny Parker Show. I really like that track. And Love's Gonna Get You is also a great song, man. Then we got, I think, the least interesting Boogie Down Productions album, in my opinion, and that is Sex and Violence. Don't like the subject matter that much on this album. Yeah, and this one, I don't know what song it was, but there was one song on here where, I don't know, man, KRS-One was a little bit suspicious. Where he talks about, I think it was the song 13 and Good, where he talks about having sex with an underage chick, man. What the fuck kind of bullshit is that, bro? That is so weird. Then we got the brand new Heavies with Heavy Rhyme Experience Volume 1. Yeah, this is incredible, man. This is brand new Heavies, or like a live band, and they team together with a bunch of MCs like Large Pro, Grand Pooba, Guru, and Black Sheep, Cool G, put together this dope ass project right here. Unfortunately, they've never made a volume 2, which I would have loved to see, but never came to fruition, which I'm a little bit disappointed about, but what can you do? Then we got some more UK stuff right here. The Brotherhood, Elementalz, some dark, gritty, underground stuff. Yeah, big fan of this record, man. There's some incredible stuff. And we got a pretty rare and sought after compilation right here. This is a double disc album, Buckwild, Diggin in the Crates, Rare Studio Masters, 1993 to 1997. As you can see, double disc album. And yeah, this is a stellar compilation, man. Every track on here, every remix, every unreleased song is craziness. This is one of the best compilations that money can buy. But it's even, therefore it's also very expensive because so many people bought it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that I've actually found this one for like 20 bucks or something, because it's going for way higher on Discogs. Then we got Bumpy Knuckles, aka Freddie Foxxx, with Industry Shakedown. Freddie Foxxx, great MC. He's been rocking with the Flavor Unit, which was Queen Latifah's group. He also used to rock with Gangstar for a long time, and yeah, the dude's been around for a long time, man. Been around since the late 80s, and yeah, big fan of Bumpy Knuckles, aka Freddie Foxxx. This dude was really hardcore, you know what I'm saying, and I love that shit, man. He came through with that hard ass lyricism, just like MOP and Onyx and these guys. Then we got Ambushed by the Bush Babies. Not really a well-known group, but I like these dudes, man. They got a dope style. It's just very up-tempo type of music. Also, I love the fact that they incorporate a little bit of that Jamaican element in there, reggaeton type of stuff. I don't know. I'll draw a blank there, but yeah, I love the song. Swing It, jazziness. That track, man. This was so dope. I love the Mr. Long beat on that one. This is so dope. definitely gotta check it out. And then we got the Bush Baby's second album and also their latest one, probably their last one too, Gravity. Also super dope. This was one of the earliest appearances of Mos Def on record, and yeah, great record from top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know which one I like better, either Ambushed or Gravity. I don't know, man. Both records are actually very dope to me. Then we got Busta with The Coming, my favorite Busta Rhymes album. I don't think anyone could disagree. You know, this album is just incredible from top to bottom, man. Busta Rhymes, I loved Busta Rhymes at that time when he was, you know, doing this distorted kind of rhyming. I wish he would do that again, man. That separated him from everybody else. Then we got When Disaster Strikes, his second album. Also great. Second favorite album of his. Nothing but bangers on here, man. This is another very, very dope but slept on album. Then we got Extinction Level Event by Busta. This one I was not so keen on. You know, I love the second track on here. What was it again? There was one track on here that I really loved. Everybody Rise. Yeah, that was the song. Very, very dope song, man. But album as a whole did not really win me over like that. But it's cool. Then we got Busta Rhymes with Anarchy. I actually like this one better. Out of his like big albums, man, this is probably my third favorite of his. You know, this one was actually very, very good. I love the song The Heist. That one was a great posse cut, man, with Ghostface and Rock Marciano and these dudes. Raekwon. This shit is fire, man. Such a dope track, but it also got some other dope songs like Enjoy the Ride and Show Me What You Got. Dope album. And then we got here Genesis by Busta Rhymes, which I'm a little bit divisive on. You know, sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. This was definitely a change in tone for Busta Rhymes. You know what I mean? It has some dope, outstanding tracks on here like Shut 'Em Down 02. Great kind of revamp of the original Public Enemy Shut 'Em Down, the Pete Rock remix. Yeah, but I don't know, I like half of the album, and half of the album was, you know, okay, you know. It was definitely a far cry from what it would have been had it been produced a little bit more differently. But it's alright for what it is. Then we got an underground classic, Movies for the Blind by Cage, man. This album I slept on for years and years and years until I decided to buy it like 6-7 years ago, based off of just one song, and that was Among the Sleep, because I remember back in 2002 when I used to collect this German rap magazine called Juice. And Juice, you know, it came with these, every issue came with these bonus CDs, and I think the second mag that I caught from them had a Cage song on it, and that was the song Among the Sleep, and that's how I came to find out about Cage and this particular album, man. And I think Cage is such an underrated MC. This dude, back in the days, man, he was insane, man. Loved his style. Apparently Eminem also jacked his style, which I don't know if that reigns true or not, but the similarities are definitely there if you compare Eminem in 1997 to Cage, you know what I'm saying? But regardless, I think this album is an underground classic. It is damn amazing. One of the best underground records that money can buy. Shout outs to Cage, man. Unfortunately, he's not doing this kind of hip hop anymore, which is upsetting, but I guess we all grow. Then we got Uptown Saturday Night by Camp Lo. Yeah, this shit is also tight. Love this album right here, man. know what I'm saying? Love this album cover, which is inspired by Marvin Gaye's I Want You. Yeah, this is definitely some very, very dope underground hip-hop from 1997. There's a lot of that like blaxploitation influence in it, man. Super duper dope, man. You know, shout outs to Camp Low, Kichi Suede, and Sonny Chiba. Both of them are dope as hell, man. Now we got Cannabis, Can I Bust? Okay album. You know, it was produced by Wyclef Jean. Definitely not the right type of production for Cannabis to rhyme over, because he sounds great over those really gritty and dark beats. A la Stoop, the Enemy of Mankind from Jedi Mind Tricks or whatever. But Wyclef Jean production, man, it's not a good fit if you ask me personally, but it's an okay album. You know, it has some cool songs on here like Get Retarded, Second Round Knockout is cool. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of diss tracks. Speaking of Stoop, the Enemy of Mankind, we got Cannabis, Rip the Jacker, his 2004 album. Probably also his best album to date, man. This album is craziness. Absolute craziness. Every track on here is fucking amazing. Produced by Stoop, the Enemy of Mankind from Jedi Mind Tricks. And Cannabis and him, you know, when they made this album, that was a match made in heaven, man. They fit together so well, man. Then we got Cannibal with The Cold Vein. An album entirely produced by LP. Cannibal consists of two MCs, Vast Air and Vord Omega. Both of them are very abstract but unique MCs, you know, and they actually go very, very well with LP's production. It's another underground classic, man, you know. And I actually found out about these dudes through Tony Hawk's Underground, I believe. That was the song, that was the game that I knew them from, because of the song Iron Galaxy. It's fucking crazy, man. Then we got Capone Noriega with The War Report. Classic late 90s hip hop from Queens. You know, I love these dudes, man. CNN. You know, this was when they rocked with Marley Marl and all these guys, man. Tragedy Gaddafi, aka Intelligent Hoodlum. Yeah, there's some dark and gritty stuff right here. A lot of dopeness came from Queens, man. Then we got some hieroglyphic stuff, man. Casual with Fear Itself. Another great record. Big fan of this album. Big fan of Casual. I think he's stupid underrated, man. Not many people talk about him, but this dude got serious talent. Super slept on this guy. Then we got Realms and Reality by Cellar Dwellers. Some more obscure 90s hip hop right here. Entirely produced by Nick Wiz, this album. Another fucking amazing record, bro. You know, they got this whole Mystique kind of vibe going on. Dope record, man. Really, really dope. And then we got another compilation here. This is self-titled with the Catalog, a collection of chaos, and this was $15, super well spent, because this is an album or a compilation that is so worth it the money, man. Because if you look at the track list, you get all this content on this compilation, and I only paid 15 euros for it, man. Fucking crazy. 4 discs, $15. Very, very happy to have grabbed it. And self-titled is also an amazing MC, man. Super dope. And of course, I grabbed his album that he did with Buckwild, 1990 Now. It's an ode to 90s hip hop, you know, as the title implies. Fucking love this record. You know, he basically got a lot of Buckwild production from the 90s. You know, Buckwild dug through his archives and supplied self-titled with his golden era beats, and there we have one of the best albums of the 2010s. I think this album is insane, absolutely insane. If you haven't heard it, man, definitely go and check it out. The shit is fire. Then we got Channel Live with Station Identification. Those were actually, I think, KRS-One's proteges. But yeah, this is the only album they ever did. It's actually pretty dope. It's not amazing or anything like that, but I mean, it's a mark of its time, and yeah, and it's pretty much an underground classic at this point. You know, for those people that know about it, they all say that this album is very dope and a slept on gem, a hidden gem of the 90s. Then we got another hidden gem of the 90s, Charisma and Peanut Butter Wolf with Big Shots. Now this album was actually recorded in the early 90s, but it never came out in the early 90s because, or 90s period, because the MC Charisma here, he got killed in a car accident, and Peanut Butter Wolf did not release the album until the year 2004. That's where he decided to drop it, and yeah, finally the album came out, and it is a banger. I really like this album. Also got the double disc version right here. Comes with a bonus disc. Yeah, very glad to have it. Shout outs to Peanut Butter Wolf, rest in peace Charisma. Then we got Chino XL, Here to Save You All. Chino XL, one of my favorite MCs. This dude is just so raw and gritty, man. He was pretty much Eminem before Eminem, you know what I mean? This dude was dissing the whole rap scene left and right, you know what I'm saying, without even thinking, you know what I mean? This dude was crazy back in the days. Got a dope flow, you know what I'm saying? Came through on every track, man. This album is super underrated. Big fan of Chino, man. But I don't have his two following albums, I Told You So and Poison Pen. Did not really care for those, but I got his fourth album, Reconstruction, The Black Rosary. Shoutouts to Misanthropic One. He actually got this as his #1 album of the year 2012, I believe is when it came out. No, I don't know. But yeah, this is great album, double disc album. Very long, but incredible stuff. You know, we got production by Apollo Brown and a bunch of other producers on it. Love this record, man. And then we got the Cocoa Brothers with Rude Awakening. This album came out in 1998, and these dudes were actually known as Smith & Wesson before this, but you know, the gun manufacturing company Smith & Wesson, they sued them, and so they had to change their name to Cocoa Brothers, but they did that temporarily, and then they changed it back to Smith & Wesson. And yeah, the Rude Awakening by Cocoa Brothers, the Rude Awakening, Cocoa Brothers or Smith & Wesson, I'm sorry, is really dope. You know, not as good as The Shining, but still, great record, man. Then we got Count Bass D with Pre-Life Crisis. This is his first album that dropped in 1995. Great record. You know, I like the song I Got Needs, track number 7, that's dope. Then we got Dwight Spitz by Count Bass D. Arguably his best album. I would say it's his best. You know, it's also released on MF Doom's label here, Metal Face Records. It's a very, very dope album. There is one track on here that takes me back to the year 2002, and that was the song something with 7, man. What was it called again? I think it was 7 Years. I can't see the title now. Oh yeah, track number 18, 7 Years. Yeah, once again, same situation with the Cage album. You know, I've heard it on this Choose magazine bonus CD back in 02, and you know, that sealed the deal for me. I love Count Bass D ever since, and yeah, I think he's a very, very slept on artist all around. Makes beats and raps. Shout outs to Count Bass. We got Backborough Steel by Count Bass D. It's just a short instrumental EP. Nothing crazy, but it's some good stuff on here. Then we got some Common. Can I Borrow a Dollar? His debut album. Good record. Nothing too crazy, but they got some Beatnuts production on here. I think it was the song Heidi Ho, I believe. Yeah, whole album is actually pretty dope. The only thing that I didn't like about this album was Common doing this screechy kind of sound, but you know, at least he used it sparingly, not all the time throughout this whole album, you know what I'm saying? But this is a good record right here, man. Definitely check this one out. It's a very slept on album by Common. And then we got the last album for today, Resurrection by Common. This is where he also ditched the whole screechy voice thing and or screechy sound stuff, and then he, you know, came up with his own signature rapping style, which he uses to this day. And yeah, this is arguably his best album. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely up there in the top 3 for me personally. I think this album is a classic, hands down. This album is amazing with songs like Resurrection, I Used to Love Her, you know, and Nothing to Do is another track that I really love. Also entirely produced by the producer No ID. Shout outs to him. Shout outs to Common, man. Great album. So yeah, that was it for this video. CD collection part 2. Hope you enjoyed it. You know I had my hang-ups here and there. I'm sorry for all that shit, man, but I barely slept today. I'm super tired. You know, I just wanted to get this video done, you know, and call it a day. Alright, so yeah, keep it cool, guys. Have a great one. Till next time, peace.